Well, good evening, everybody. This is Bob Costello with Page One Engine, and you are here for this evening's FAQ call. And I hope I can answer all of your questions. I'm actually going to cover a couple of things that we talked about yesterday. I see we have a couple of folks here from yesterday, and I made some promises I'd like to keep tonight. And for those of you who are new, and this is your first night with us, or maybe you've missed a few nights, but you're here this evening. Excited to share some things that people have been asking quite a bit about. We're going to talk a little bit more involved about YouTube and how to create fast and easy videos that you can get ranked quick and easy, and hopefully get you to generate some income ASAP. Now, this is not at all really the training you're going to be getting. A little bit more involved as you get through the course. I'm just going to kind of give you a quick and dirty version this evening, but just to give you an idea how I do it. Everyone has their own systems, their own strategies, and you'll develop your own style as well. So I'm just going to show you a few tricks and things that I use. So anyway, it's a few minutes still, and I'd like to give folks a few extra minutes to get here. It's just now 1 minute past the hour. I want to make sure everyone can hear me, so if you'd be kind enough to give me the quick, yes, Bob, I can hear, or some sort of indication that I'm not talking to myself, that would be greatly appreciated, everybody. Excellent. Matt, good to see you back. Fluoride? Fluoride? I don't know how to pronounce that, but I do know that I've seen you here several times. Arturo, thank you. Armando. Bobby Beverly, boy, we got a lot of folks here this evening. Sam, pay attention. I know you're not looking at the screen right now. Hold on. Now, what we're going to also do once, I'm going to cover a couple of quick things just to give you some food for thought before we get started. I know a lot of you may have already come here with some questions in mind, and I'm hoping we can actually do both, and we'll answer all of your questions as well as give you a little added extra information that you probably weren't expecting. And Sal, yes, I am recording. No, you're right. Hold on. Thank you very much. Yes, we are going to be recording this. Thank you. All right. Excellent, Lindy. And just like last night, I know a lot of you are here in the States, but still would love to hear the rest of you who's not here. Kind of give me an indication of where you're calling in from, just so I know where everybody is and their time frames. I know I actually had someone here last night from my hometown, and I thought they might be back this evening. Clearwater, Massachusetts, Sydney, there you go, Sal. Okay, excellent. All right, well, we're a couple minutes after the hour. This is recorded, so whoever doesn't make it by this point, I think what we're going to do is just let them watch the recording. How's that? All right. Is there a video with this presentation, Arturo? Not so much. I'm going to be walking you through a couple of different things that I use answering your questions. So I'll probably bounce around a little bit on my screen. Hopefully you can see that okay, and I'll be sharing some of the strategies and some of the techniques that I use to get my websites ranked, my videos ranked, and how I help my clients. So with that in mind, we'll move a little bit closer. Coach and trainer. Excellent. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Okay. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of just unannounced information, because what I like to do before we really go into training is kind of get your mind flowing, get you some ideas, and give you some strategy and techniques that you might not have considered, because once you see how we do things, your creative juices will start to flow, and this business gets so much easier once you know how you can do things so easily and quickly. Now, we were here last night. We talked a little bit about using YouTube as a great platform to get optimization for several ways. Not only can you get pages on YouTube ranked and have your videos ranked not just in YouTube but also on Google, because since Google owns YouTube, quite often they give a little extra weight to the to that particular well, we call it Web 2.0 property. It is a very important part of our marketing, so it is something that I'm going to put you through. And we had some questions yesterday, people asking about how to make videos, how to make quick and easy videos, because we don't want to spend a whole day making a video that that we're trying to get ready. We really want to get something quick and easy. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to pick up from where we left off. If you didn't get a chance to join us yesterday, you can check the recording from last night. But what I really touched on is how I use YouTube to make fast videos, optimize quickly, and turn them into cash. So tonight I'm going to pick up, we're going to spend a few minutes before we start taking calls on how that happens, what I do, and how you can do it just as easily as I do. Now, the first thing that we talk about is we actually want to go out and try to find some sort of problem, and that's not usually too easy to start thinking about all the different common issues that people have. I'm going to use the same example that we had last night, and what we had done is we had gone into the keyword planner inside of Google AdWords, and this is one tool you'll be able to use. We're going to provide you with some other tools, so don't feel that this is something you have to have. This is just a fast and easy way that I go in and try to find a keyword perhaps or something that I want to rank for inside of YouTube. And in this example last night, we went in and said, well, let's try to find something that's got a little bit of traffic. We're looking for something that's got a fair amount of average monthly traffic, as you can see. We're also looking for things that have low competition. But more importantly, we're looking for what's called a long tail keyword phrase. And a long tail keyword phrase is something that usually is going to be at least 3, maybe 4 or 5 words, things that people type in. Here's a good example. Natural remedies for sleep disorders. Now that would be considered a long tail, but unfortunately, only got 70 searches every month. It's got medium competition. Probably wouldn't be my first choice. Now, I'm actually not going to go through this to spend a lot of time finding a specific term, because there's a lot more involved than what I'm doing here. In fairness, we're going to go into much more detail, and I don't want to spend too much time going into keyword research and how that works, because we are going to provide you some training that does the details. I'm just going to give you a quick overview. If I'm going to put insomnia cures, now this might be something that someone types in, making sure in all locations. And let's go in quickly. We're seeing there's quite a bit of terms. Let's go through here. Cause of insomnia, sleep disorders. Here looks good. 62,000 low. Let's see if there's anything else. Nothing really. Interesting that there's a lot here. Just trying to find something that's halfway decent. All right, let's just use this. Now, honestly, I would probably never use this term, because when I see someone searching for home remedies for sleeplessness, there's a high degree of likelihood they're really saying, give me something free that will cure my sleepiness. So not a great example, but in the interest of what I'm trying to do, I'm going to go ahead and just use this search term. It only has 390 searches a month, but it does have low competition. I could probably spend a half an hour going through this and maybe find the right keyword phrase. But rather than go into keyword research explanation, I'm really trying to show you what I would do once I find a decent keyword phrase. So we're going to take that information. I'm going to go into Google. I'm going to type in really something that I feel might be, first I want to do is actually check and see if there's anybody making money with this term in adults. So when you put something like this in, Google actually tells you a little bit more about what searches they're already getting. Apparently during pregnancy is a problem. The sleepless leg syndrome, I hadn't even thought about that. Maybe that's something I want to go a little deeper in. I'm going to let Google do my work for me, because I've heard of this that restless leg syndrome before. I never really much thought about it, but if it's a problem for somebody, I know that I can find a product and perhaps rank people for it. Anyway, infants, that's a different subject because parents are looking for ways to get their kids to sleep. I'm just going to stay with the basic here. Now, perfect example of why I would never use this. If you don't see ads here on the right-hand side here, it's because no one's making money with this search term. So this is exactly why I would never use this. Let's see here. How to cure insomnia fast. That looks like a better term. Now this tells me there's someone making money here. Excellent. This, to me, is not a bad search term, guys. I'm not sure what the count is, but I would go ahead and check this and look to see if this is something maybe that was a better search term to go after and try to dominate. This is what SEO is all about. Pick a term, we find the traffic, now we just want to go lay down in front of it. So let's use this as our example. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and come up with, when I'm creating a video, we want to do something fast and easy. I don't want to spend a lot of time doing this. Honestly, I don't even want to write. That's too much work, and it's easier for me to have someone else do my writing. So there's a couple of things that I'm going to do if I don't want to write a topic. So I know that I'm going to try and get in front of people who search for how to cure insomnia fast. Now I'm going to find some kind of content, something that I can generate. Really, when I'm doing videos, first of all, I need to do some kind of voiceover because all videos have some sort of soundtrack. And it's easier to build your video with your soundtrack first and your audio track first than anything else. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this and I'm actually going to scroll through here and I'll show you how you can quickly and easily borrow someone's information. This is perfect. Look at this right here. This is sales copy. This is also something I can take and turn this into a very nice audio just by doing a voiceover. I can either do it myself, and you can imagine how the video sounds. Do you struggle to get to sleep no matter how tired you are? Or do you wake up in the middle of the night and lie awake for hours? That is going to be my soundtrack. That is going to be something that I'm going to create as the base of my video. Now, if you're not comfortable with your own voice, no big deal. I'm going to probably take this line. I'll take this because I want to give them content. I want to give them information. And obviously, I haven't gone through this. I'm going to read through it. Good insomnia is the ability to get the amount of sleep you need. So it picks up. It starts to give them information. It talks about their problem. And what I'm going to do at the end of this, if I was to take this and put it into a Word doc, which I'm going to absolutely do, let's just copy it. Put it into a Word doc or a notepad of some kind. What I'm creating now is my voiceover. And this is the first step in creating any kind of video. At the end of this, I need to have a call to action, or I want to drive them to some kind of offer, because that's where the money is. We want to rank for this page. I don't want it too long. I want a video that's going to be probably, I'm going to say anywhere from 45 seconds to maybe a minute and a half, so it can't be too long. All we're trying to do really is sell the click. Get them to listen to the video, watch it, and I'll show you how to do the images in a second. Watch the video, and at the end, I want them to click through, use my call to action, and actually go over to a product that I'm going to provide for them. Now, we actually went into this last night, and I'll show you again just briefly if you weren't here, where we find the products and what we do to get those products and how we get the link. But I'm going to put a call to action at the end of this, and let's say for more information, visit, and this is where I'm going to have my affiliate link. Now, last night I showed a lot of folks how we do this. We can either build it. Let's say we found a product on ClickBank. We might take that link and we would run it through a service called Bitly, which gives us a nice, short, pretty looking link. But you can simply take any link, and if you aren't familiar with what ClickBank is, it's a service that we all use, many of us marketers use, to find products that we can offer to people that have specific problems, for example, insomnia. I can go over to ClickBank, and I may here in just a minute to show you, again, an example of how this works. But once I have this, I'm really just trying to take this information now. Now that I have this short description, if I don't want to do this work, maybe you just feel like your voice doesn't sound right. You're not comfortable doing this. That is perfectly normal. I would recommend that if you're not willing to do it, we're going to take you over to another place where we can get these things done for next to nothing. Oops. Now, you may have already heard of Fiverr.com. If you haven't, this is a marketer's best friend. We do a lot of our services here. We use them for many things, and I love to use them for really voiceovers. For about $5, I can get somebody here to, let me see, we're going to go here, voiceovers. I can find somebody here that's going to read that script. Important, always look not for recommended, high rating. Recommended means they paid. We want people that others speak kindly of. So you're going to go through here. You'll have lots and lots of different choices. And if you go into each one of these, you can listen to them. Here's one I get a nice recorded in 24 hours if I want something fast. You're going to go into here and see exactly if they're going to cover that, because usually what I would do is I would take this and read it out loud myself and just see how long it takes me. I'm hoping it takes less than a minute. If it does, I'm going to find someone here that will do it for me. This one probably is going to cost maybe $5, possibly $10 tops. But just remember that if you go through each one of these, take a look and see what they offer. Whether you want a male's voice or a female's voice, it's up to you. But what I am really looking for is just someone that's got a nice voice. I'm going to listen to their gigs and see if this is someone that I feel would represent this information correctly. Now, this one's probably going to be perfect for $800 or less. So let's say we hired this person. I'm going to send them my voiceover script. This is going to be it. Now, once I have this and they send it back, it's going to come back in some kind of form of a either an MP3 or a WAV file. And all it really is my background sound effects. So all of us that have any kind of computer, whether it's a Mac or PC, there is usually a program that's already provided for us. In a Mac, it is called iMovie. On a PC, I believe it is called Movie Maker. And I'm not going to go into how to do this because you can actually find this online a lot faster. But you can do that. You can go to Movie Maker and simply drop the audio in there. And I'm going to make sure that if this is something that more of you have an interest in, I'll be glad to expand on it and even give you a couple of quick lessons on how to use some of the free software. Most of us use other programs that are out there. There's a lot that have come out on the market recently for $30, $40. Nothing expensive. That can do a lot of things and do many of the graphic, the sketch out, the word styled videos, things like that. So going and making this part of the movie isn't so hard. Where the big question is, where do I find video, or not video, but images and things like that? In many cases, when I make a video like this, I'm simply going to make this into a PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to take these lines and I'm going to put them into a PowerPoint presentation or if you have Mac, I think you have something else called, it's not the PowerPoint, I forgot the name of it, but you've got a very similar product, just the same. And it's just a matter of going and actually reading through these on a PowerPoint presentation. Just put one line at a time. And here's something else I want to share with you, because if you're going to do a PowerPoint presentation, the easiest way to do that is with some kind of screen recording software. And the best that I have found, and it's also free, it's a product called Jing. Now you can go download this, just search for it like I did here, jing.com. And what Jing will allow us to do, if it'll let me, my screen to come up, oh, for goodness sake. Right here, free download. I'm going to go right to the source here, which is TechSmith. You can download it for free download. And here's what it looks like. This is Jing. You may look at the lower part of my screen. And once you install it, it takes about 45 seconds. It lets you take videos or snapshots of your screen. Now the videos are only 5 minutes long, but let's face it, we're not looking for a long video. I only need one that's going to be about 90 seconds. And I just take it like this. If I have my PowerPoint presentation in here, and I had the words that were written, all I have to do is click through it. If you look here in the lower right-hand corner, I can either capture it as an image, or I can actually create a video. Now the videos, as I mentioned, are only about 5 minutes long, and you really don't want it longer than any way from that. But once you've done this will actually be something that I can save. So let's say I'm making a video right now. I don't know if I can do this because I'm actually recording on GoToWebinar, but right now, believe it or not, this is a recording. And I can go through it. If I have my PowerPoint presentation up, I could be speaking through it. The presentation is done. When I'm done, I simply hit stop. It's going to take a second. It's going to let me save this. And so there you go. I'm just going to call this my insomnia video. Now I'm expecting, I guess a lot of you might be watching this right now. I know I'm expecting you to understand that I'm asking you to use some of your imagination. Obviously, I didn't want to take the time to make a PowerPoint presentation, but very easy for those that you haven't done. Just simply Google how to do it. Everyone has the software on their PC. If you don't, you can get open source. So none of these things cost anything. So anyway, I'm going to save this. And now I've got a video that I can actually upload into Google, or YouTube, I should say. So I'm going to go back, because for those that weren't here yesterday, I just want to touch on this. What we had done is we had gone into ClickBank to find a product. And we had gone over to the marketplace to look for something, and insomnia. We looked at this one here. We decided, let's go ahead and promote this product. I put in my username, and again, I invite any of you, if anyone wants to use this username, I would have no problem with that at all. But you may want to have your own account if you want to get paid. I'm going to take this. For those that watched yesterday, I apologize. I just want to make sure that those that aren't here understand the strategy. I'm taking a quick Bitly.com. Bitly is a very easy way to make URLs that look a lot better. As you can see, this is it. I want to make something the helper. What this is going to do with Bitly is it's going to let me track how many people have actually come through my link, and it also is going to give me a much better looking link. So I can copy this now, and when people come to my YouTube video, I'm going to go ahead and upload this video to YouTube now. If I was to have a decent video, I would upload it to YouTube, and when I fill out the description, I'm going to use this link as my link to the affiliate product, because when they do, what has happened is because I have created the affiliate link, there's a cookie now. So anytime someone clicks on that link from my YouTube video, it will bring them over to this product through my affiliate links. They've been cookied. So if they actually buy this product, I'm actually making a commission each and every time. And all I have to do now is simply get that video up on YouTube, and I'm pretty much done. It's evergreen. It's going to be there forever and ever. And I'm going to show you an example because I actually teach my children this. I've done it for them as well. And some of the terms that we've gone after, we've actually got a little product here that they did, and it was for Kids Life Coach. And as you can see, it's actually ranked #1 here, just for a simple term like Kids Life Coach. So when people are looking for Kids Life Coach, my kid videos actually show up on the top. And it's the same strategy. Look, they've got over 2,600 views, and they've made sales based on the fact that people come in here, they would take them over to their affiliate link, and that's where they make money. So very easy. Anyone can do this. It's a simple step-by-step program. I don't want to go into more of the optimization because we're going to be certainly covering that in the training that we've got in the coming weeks. So just want to give you a quick really overview of how easy it is to make a video and how easy it is to get information optimized up online and generating money for you. And it just makes your money in your sleep. You don't have to do anything. Once you put it up there, it's there. It makes you hopefully just every time I see money come in on that, it's just a welcome surprise. All right. Anyway, I wanted to cover that. From this point forward, I'm going to go ahead and start going into your questions. I'm going to go into the question box, and if you have any pressing questions about either what you've been reading in the training or what I just discussed this evening, feel free to add your questions. All right. Lynn, you're quite welcome. I hope these strategies and techniques are helpful, and that's the purpose for me being here. Arturo, you don't have audio. Don't worry. We're going to record this. You'll be able to come back and watch it in the training behind. All right. Sal, what about copyright? Copyright is just that. If you write something, if you've copywritten it, first of all, is the first question. In any case, when I take someone's information, I change it and I put it into another format, I'm no longer repeating their information. I'm making it in my own. And obviously, I'm going to make some changes in some of the verbiage, but the bottom line is that if you can go out and here's another strategy, rather than just take somebody's copy from their sales page, let's do this. Here, I'm going to show you. It's a good question. I'm going to make sure I cover all my bases. What I might do instead is I'm going to go and look for private label rights. Now, for those that aren't familiar with private label rights, these are products that people have written or created that I can purchase and really claim to be my own. So here's one that's got 10 full articles. I can go in here, and for $5, look at this, $5, I've got 10 new articles that I can use. And insomnia causes, I mean, these are all the things we just talked about. There's 482 words. I'm going to probably take this, buy it, take that information, massage a little bit, keep it short, make it simple, still put a call to action in it. The bottom line is we want to give them some information that's engaging. we have to catch their attention. We have to make it interesting to them. At the end of it, though, it all comes down to, if you want to solve your problem, you want more information, click here, go take step 2. And that's what everything is to try and sell the next step. When you send an email to somebody, your goal is that subject line has to get them to open up the email. When they open up that email, the goal of that is to get them to click on the link in the email to go over to the sales copy. That is to get them to sign up and purchase the product. So everything leads to the next. The videos that we're creating, their goal has no other purpose than to get them to click through on the website, on the link that I provided inside the description, to get them to wherever it might be, whether it's to an opt-in form, to an affiliate product, to my website, wherever I'm trying to send them. That is my only purpose and goal for the content that I create. That is it. All right. So this is just another way. If you're worried about copyright, you can certainly go in, purchase these. There's no copyright. You own it. You can do what you want. You can resell it. Create another. Here's 10 videos right here. I've got each one of these I can turn into a video. Boom. I could make these 10 videos in probably, I don't know, 2 hours. Let's take a look at where we're going to go and get our images, because all I have to do now, once I have the voiceover, is put some images. And even, again, we can use PowerPoint and just do what's called a video sales letter, meaning that the words are written, and many of us, believe it or not, those are the highest converting videos, those that you just see without the wording and you read along as the person speaks. Boom. Honestly, my favorite, because they convert so well. If you want to be more creative and put a couple images in, a couple of things you can do. Let's do this. I'm going to do insomnia. There are plenty of free videos. What you want to do is not videos, but images. You want to go up to here. You're going to go to images. Make sure, if you're worried about copyright, where it says usage tools, right here. These cannot be used for commercial, but this one here, as well as the second one up. So all these, I can put in images. So I can make a video using different images. That might be something that is relevant. And when they're doing the voiceover, these things just have to, we've never really much noticed when you watch videos, it shows a picture of this person. Next thing you know, it flashes to something else. I can't find it here, obviously. I'm going to take a little bit more time. This will be a funny one. All of these are really nothing more than just something to have them watch. That's why I guess if you do a combination, I'm going to try to do something better. I'm going to try to find another, maybe sleeping pills might be in there. You're going to have to use some of your own creative juices if you want to. And of course, if you have to, you can go into Fiverr and just have them create one for you. There's guys that create 2 videos for $5. Here's the voiceover, Mr. Jones. Make me 2 videos, and they'll do this all for you. Sleepy people. There we go. But as long as I've got the filter set, I can use these terms. All right. The other one is you can use a website called PhotoBucket. And PhotoBucket, you have to sign up. It's a free account. But you can go in here and there's all sorts of images, free images that you can link to or download. So if you're looking for images, these are your 2 sources. Very easy. There's a ton more, but I'm just giving you a couple quick and dirty ones. All right, let's move on to your questions. Thank you, Lisa. Keynote. I'm not a Mac person. You know those old commercials where I used to have that PC guy and the Mac guy? I'm sorry, but I'm that PC guy. I love my PC. I've tried the Mac, but I've got so much invested in my PC software I couldn't move if I wanted to. If you're using someone's ad for your voiceover, is there any copy you need to stay away from? Armando, just use common sense. we've all listened to ads and commercials. We know what they're supposed to sound like, and just remember that when you're creating any kind of ad, you want to touch on what their pain points are. You want to aggravate that a little bit. You want to kind of point out, hey, if you're having a hard time sleeping, tomorrow you've got a big day at work and you can't afford not to sleep. You want to kind of make them feel like, yeah, I really need this. And then you move into, here's your solution, and then the call to action. Anything to stay away from? Choices. Don't give them more than one choice. There's only one solution. Here it is. Click here. You need to have this. So that would be the only thing I would stay away from. Which module covers this more in depth? We're actually going to go into more YouTube and how to optimize YouTube. I know that we touched on YouTube a little bit and how you can use that. And you folks are in a great position because we're really just now getting started. We're going to be moving into a much more intense training, much more detailed. And of course, we've got the 30-day challenge. So many of you, I think, have already gotten started with that. But excited for you. Armando, if I need to, I'm going to be here all week. I'll go into more detail if you want it. But what I did want to do is finish a promise I made to a lot of these folks yesterday. And I hope that it helped. If you are getting into the course and you're just now starting to think about some of the ways that you want to use SEO to make a living and earn extra money, this is one that I share with you because it's a very easy, fast one that people can use. I know a lot of people, and again, myself included, love the launch jacking. Same idea, but this way I can find any product and basically create my own launch. So with that said, that's the strategy, and that's how I use it. All right, let's see. I am new to Paid Engine. Where do I find this recording in the dashboard? Now, I believe they're going to find it's going to be in the members area, and let me take a look over there and see if I can find it already. It may be in the community. I don't know if it's in here or not. That's a great question. I know that we've just started making the recording and sending them over to our tech department. I honestly cannot give you an answer on that. Perhaps here. Arturo, that's a good question. I'll see if I can't get an answer for you and be able to answer that in tomorrow's call. And of course, we'll make sure that we put somewhere in the resource area and the website itself just to let people know. I know they're adding it, but I just, that's not something I am actually aware of. All right, let's go to the next question. Well, thank you, Lindy. Okay. Hold on. Should you do just one video per item, or can you do more than one video for the same product that you are selling? Thelma, thank you for asking that question. Absolutely. I do as many as I can. If it looks like it's going to make me money, I want to dominate that specific term. I want to own, and if you look at the one that my kids did, they actually have a couple different ones. There's one that they do for kids, and I think there's one that we have for children, and a few other. Go through here. Oops. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. It's a different type of video we make. My kids like making the crazy talk videos. They're kind of easy and fun, too. Let me just do this. So Children's Life Coach is the other one that we were going after. Oh, there it is. There's another one. So we have Life Coach for Children. So really what we did is once we went in there, we decided, okay, we want to find products about life coaches for kids. We went in and we just did some keyword research and found out a number of different ways that people search for the same term. Become a child's life coach, So chances are we're probably going to rank for just about all of these terms in some way or another. And so yes, the goal is, of course, to get as many of those terms as possible. Once you create a voiceover, believe it or not, that's the same voiceover on all the different videos. We just changed the image. There's a couple little things that you need to do to make sure that Google doesn't flag your content as duplicate content. And sometimes that's just based on maybe changing a couple of the calls to action at the end. The images they also look at. So these are just little tricks that you'll learn, and we'll be glad to teach you as we go along. So I hope that answers that question. Okay, Lisa, hold on. Going for the next question. Who got more questions? Who's got something else? Bob, what are the most important factors involved in ranking your YouTube videos? Awesome and excellent question. Let me show you. One of the things I try to do is make sure that I make my keywords. As you can see, I've got life coach, child's, children. These are synonyms. Kids, children, these are the same word, just used differently. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that Google knows what this page is about, what this video is about. And primarily you're going to do that in the title. Now there's two ways to look at the second line. As you can see, I like to put my search term in the first line. Now, you can't really, here's the problem though. You want to make sure that this link is available, that people can see it, because if they don't see this link, they'll never click on it. So what I want to do for optimization, I try to find a way to put my keywords up front. I've looked at the research, at least the experimenting that I've done, and I get better rankings than if I switch these. But this is an argument that we could have all day long. Some people prefer to put this link first. Some people, myself included, would rather have my call or my keywords first. Either way, I know as long as they're going to see this, they're going to click on it. But as you can see, if you look through, I've still got more keywords. Now, I haven't even optimized this. I didn't need to because there was just no competition. But if I was to really go and optimize, if I really wanted to rank this bad boy, and I'm going to pause it for a second. There's a couple of things that happen is this, believe it or not, has been transcribed by Google. And they're going to see certain words in this that can help me optimize this page. If I was to really go back, if I was looking to compete, I would go back and you can actually change the transcription that they have determined. They're never going to get it right. Transcriptions never work perfect. And if you go back in and edit the transcriptions, you can actually put in additional keywords to make that video just rank better. Or the other strategy is to simply take that voiceover that I had planned to use. I can just take that voiceover, copy, and paste it into the description, and that'll offer the same benefit. The goal here is we want more content. This is a very strong, YouTube is a tremendous Web 2 property. It's going to carry a lot of page rank. Google's going to give a lot of respect. So you can do all sorts of things to get these pages ranked without even having to start doing the backlinking and starting to send juice to it. So I want you to know that this is something you will be using. It's not hard, don't be intimidated, but it's certainly something that all of us use if we're trying to get good rankings. I don't know about that, but hold on a second, folks. Can we go through some of the questions here? We're getting some comic relief. Just to finish the question about the important factors of ranking, it's the same thing, Matt. It all comes down to the content. has it been optimized? Google ranks pages, not websites. Because YouTube has such authority, pages on that tend to rank higher. But you still need to optimize those pages. We have complete control over the title and the description. We can even put tags in there. The tags aren't as relevant as they used to be. There is still some relevancy, especially for some of the other search engines outside of Google. Putting a keyword in the first and the last paragraph, we know makes a difference. And you don't want a keyword stuff. It should read naturally, because even though our goal is to get optimization, the ultimate goal is to get people to click on it. And if it doesn't read right, it's just not going to carry the conversion. So try to write to the reader first, and then just make everything else smooth with your keywords. And also use synonyms, things like that. That's what's going to look natural. All right? Anyway, let me keep moving on. I know we have more questions, and I want to make sure we get to them all this evening. Is the process different for uploading a PDF and having it rank in Google? Do you need an FTP file transfer for this? Actually, no. There's actually websites that you can upload PDFs. And this is a whole other strategy. Lindy, thank you for bringing this up, and I don't know if we've even brought this to anyone's attention. And I will have to go back and find a couple of sources that you can use. There are places that you can upload a PDF file. It's the same idea as uploading a video. Everything is content. You can upload articles, PDF files, you can upload to a blog. PDFs actually can rank very well, just like you might find press releases. It's just a format that once you put it up there, has a little bit more authority for some reason. And Lindy, I'll be honest, I've never tested. You got me thinking about that. I might just turn this into a PDF and see what happens to see if I can't get it ranked. But generally, it's going to give you the same type of results if the PDF website that you're uploading to has that kind of authority. Would it be nice, and this is sort of what we're trying to do, wouldn't it be nice if you could dominate the first page of Google with the keyword in many different formats? So if my video for children's life coach was up there, I had a PDF file, I had a WordPress blog post, I had a press release, and anything else, you know, a Facebook page that we've optimized. So when someone searches that term, the goal isn't just to have one spot there, it's really to have several if you can. The more places, the more property you put out there, the more of these traffic magnets, so to speak, that you put out online, the more people are going to find them, and the more people they're going to go to your money site and buy products through your links. So that's really what it boils down to. Armando asked the question: when you find a product on ClickBank, is there any way of a customer coming back to you if the product doesn't work for them? Great question. That's why we love ClickBank. That's not our product. We are just the manufacturer's rep. They're the manufacturer. They're the sales. What ClickBank really is it's a place that people who create products go to find salespeople. And that's where salespeople go to find products. If there is a problem, it only goes back to the product owner. They're the ones that have customer service. That's why so many of us love using ClickBank and many of the other services. I cannot impress upon you enough. There are so many different services out there, much like ClickBank. There's Share a Sale, there's Commission Junctions, there's Offer Vault. If you go to similarsites.com and you use ClickBank as your research, you're going to come up with probably 50 other services out there that you can use, and their purpose, their sole purpose, is to make sure that you get paid. ClickBank is sort of the broker. When people buy, they buy it through ClickBank. ClickBank makes sure that you get your commission, and they make sure that the people that produce the product get their money as well. And that's why it's so nice for us to use their services. No obligation, no fuss, no muss. You don't need a website. You just need an account. So go there and sign up. All right, when you search for a product to promote, how do you find out how much competition there is and how much you get if they buy through your promotion? Let me just go back into ClickBank real quick. See if we have it here. In most cases, it's going to tell you what it's going to pay. It's going to tell you what percentage of the sale you get. Again, this is just one place. Here's a nice one, Natural Insomnia Program. Every time you sell, you make $26. I can even use this. Now, you can even use these things. What we talked about, many of you have added is link jacking. You can actually write Blue Hair and Health News, whatever this product is, and turn that into your launch jack, because anyone that is promoting this, there's a good chance that when someone sees it, they might search for it again. And if you offer a bonus with this, you're going to steal that sale. Think about it. Let's just go into that, see what the name of it is. It's called Blue Hair and Health News. Some people will look at this and go, I wonder if anyone else has tried this. And they'll actually search this. So by using that as a search term now, and using that as your long-tail keyword phrase, and if you say to them, by the way, Blue Hair and Health Insomnia is a great product, and if you buy it through my link, I'm going to throw in this pillow, whatever PDF. Maybe you can find another free private label right product you can give them. I'm going to give you this series of 10 tips on how you can stay asleep longer. In addition to they just send me a receipt when you purchase. And then they click through your link on your video or whatever your page might include, and you will get credit for the sale, and you will actually build a reputable and a better list. So let me go back to the next here. Lots of good questions tonight. I hope everyone's having a good day. Excellent. John asks about, I'm guessing this is about ClickBank. He wants to know if you have to open a PayPal account to get paid for ClickBank. Actually, you don't have to. There's a couple different ways you can get paid. They'll send you a check if you prefer, or they'll even wire the money into your bank account. They're pretty reputable in that way. All right, when using ClickBank, what should you be looking at to make a decision on gravity score, and what is a good gravity score? Lady, that's a fantastic question. And go ahead and just go back into that again. I have a difference of opinion than many. I'm always looking at what would I buy. Gravity score tells me that people are promoting it. And for those that aren't familiar with the gravity score, this is what we're talking about right here. Gravity. And this is a way that ClickBank kind of tells us whether or not this bad boy is converting or not. So when I look at it and I say, okay, now as a general rule, I'd love to see it have more than at least 50 points, which none of these do. But that doesn't necessarily mean that this doesn't make you money. I don't want you to look at that and say, well, it's only got this, it won't make money. That's not always the case. What it really can also mean is that no one else is promoting it. Because over time, if no one's promoting this, the gravity starts to fall. This is based, I think, on 30 days. So use common sense. Go into this here and take a look at the landing page. Just click through. And I'll give you a little advice. The ones that tend to convert better than others have a video. Believe it or not, videos are going to convert 3 times as well. This one does offer a video, so I would probably take a look at this one. And there's other ways that we can do this. We can set this up through channels that, rather than use a bit.ly, we can use sometimes, boy, it's a little late to go into the conversation on this. I like to sometimes run it through my own website so that if I want to change the product, all I have to do is simply change the redirect, and I can go from this product to another product. Even though it's on YouTube, no one ever knows the difference. It's just where I can change my promotion. If this isn't selling, I sell this one or this one. And we can even set this up where it rotates between different products. That way you can see which converts best. And I think that's a conversation for another day, but there is technology that once I set a link into YouTube, it would actually rotate between several different products. Once you see which one converts the best, that's the one you're going to put on there all the time. I'm not prepared to do that. You just gave me a great idea for another topic, though, and I'll try to have that for us tomorrow. All right. I love the technology that's available today. It just makes our job so much easier, and there's almost anything we can't do. All right, let's do this. All right, Armando asked another question, good one. So you can develop an email list from doing this as well. Also, can you do the opposite? If you find a quality video on YouTube, can you go to ClickBank and find that product? Remember, we're going to create our own videos. Now, there are ways you can hijack others, and that's probably a topic for another day too. But it's always a good idea to have fresh and your own content, because you can control it. You can make it do what you want. And if someone decides to make changes to their content, it doesn't affect your income. So developing an email list, there's a little bit different way to do that. And depending on if it's your goal to build a list or not, if I was to build a list, if I use the same strategy to build a list, the difference is I'm going to send them to a landing page. My call to action will be different. At the end of the video, I'm going to say something like, to download your free copy of the 5 simple steps to sleep better at night, go here. I'm going to still have a link over to a landing page now. And once they get there, I have a short video that just says, hey, thanks for coming. You made it. Just put your name and email address, and I'm going to give you the free video for the free 5 simple steps. Now, once they've put their name and email information into my opt-in form, I'm going to send them in an email a link to that ebook or video, whatever I promised them, my ethical pride. But I'm immediately going to take them over to an offer. I'm going to have some type of really transition page that says, thanks for signing up. I've just sent you an email that will contain the link for your ebook on the 5 ways you can sleep better at night. In the meantime, please check out this free video. And I'm going to take them over to that ClickBank offer, because they've already raised their hand and said, yeah, I'm interested. I've got a problem sleeping. Can you help me? I've given them a little help, but now I want to say, but this is something that's really, this will solve your problem right now. If you need help today, go here and check out this free video. And that's where those sales are made. Now, I've already got their name because they've given it to me in exchange for that free ebook, but I don't want to give up that opportunity that I may never see them, or they may never open my emails again. I want to take them to an offer right away. As a matter of fact, I'm going to probably take them to several. All right. Hope that answers your question. Boy, some great questions tonight, guys. I'm glad that you all made it here. And we're coming up towards the end of the hour. If you have any more questions, I'll be glad to answer about 2 more questions. Otherwise, we're going to call it a night here. Let's see, Armando has a question. No? I think that's it. Are there any other questions for this evening? Please let me know. It's coming on the hour, and tomorrow we'll be here again. I'll see if I can come up with a couple of those other ones. Thank you, Arturo. Appreciate it. Armando, everybody here, it's been an absolute pleasure to work with you and help you in any way I can. We'll be here again tomorrow if you have more questions. And if you have any other ideas on what you'd like to do with your business, I'm here to help you expand on those ideas and make them work. So, again, thank you, everybody. Have a great and wonderful evening. We will see you tomorrow for those that are here. For those that aren't, enjoy a great weekend. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care now.